Oh, Daniel Andrews, you can shove your mask up your ass because I won't wear one. You want to lock up an old granny because she doesn't wear a mask? So be it. You keep pushing this shit on us, I will double down. You piece of shit. You've sold out your people, you've sold out your country. Everybody knows this is a farce. It's a flu. Get over it.
Good morning. There's a couple of questions that are being asked about me. The first one I'll deal with. Are you in GAP Party? The simple answer is no. Are you running for the Parliament again? No. The running for the Parliament is out because my wife and I are taking up a particular job which we will let everybody know later. And that job is helping people in a bigger way than we are at present. And it doesn't cost people, it's not the issue. We will finance it ourselves, and that will be explained. Now, the reason I'm not in the GAP Party is I was led to believe that the GAP Party wasn't registered. And I found out it was. That moved me out because of Section 44 of the Constitution. I've discussed this with Rod Culleton, and he believes, and I understand what he's saying, that the registration under the AEC is a registration under Australian law. He can live with the fact that he is going in there contrary to the Constitution using the sections of the AEC. Wherefore you have to be registered. Unfortunately, my beliefs are, constitutionally, I comply with Section 44 of the Constitution, which says if you work for a company of more than 25 people, you're incapable of sitting. Rod says it's under Australian law. I accept that. Australian law is not the real law. It's nonsense. It's a lie. It's fraud. But I cannot bring myself to crawl into the sewer, so to speak, which is the false laws and the garbage in this country, for the purpose of crawling us out. You can't commit a crime, in my eyes, to take out the crimes. So there is a better way, which I've already embarked on, and that is the subject matter of my second part of this video. I want to make it abundantly clear there is no animosity between myself and Rod Culleton. We have a difference of opinion, and that's constitutionally, and nobody should take that as we had a fight, a fallout or anything else. We did not. We had a civil conversation between two grown men. He put his ideas, I put mine. We don't agree, and as such I'm no longer part of the GAP Party. And I'm not denigrating. I don't denigrate anybody without a reason. And I've actually told Rod if he wants to talk to me about particular parts of the Constitution, I will discuss it. That's me. That's how I operate. If people think it's a cop-out, no, it's not. I'm telling you straight out, I'm not part of the GAP Party, and the reason why. And there is no other reason. No fights, no arguments, no animosity, just a difference of opinion, which we do have as adult human beings. So that leaves off that. Now, the lawful rebellion I set up under clause 61 was a follow-up on another person's lawful rebellion a few years ago. Now, mine was to seize everything lawfully belonging to the people, which is the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth Parliament, the false constitution until they prove its authenticity, all their false acts, statutes, rules, regulations and everything else. And I want to make that abundantly clear. It is lawfully seized under the provisions of Clause 61 of Magna Carta. Anyone who thinks or states that Magna Carta is no longer relevant, you're an idiot and a fool, and you have no idea what you're talking about. Read HCA 44 of 2010 and come back and tell me I got it wrong. You're wrong. Habeas corpus stands. Any person, judge or magistrate sitting singly in a court hearing cases is sitting in fraud. It's called the synagogue of Satan. It is unlawful. It is a Star Chamber hearing. He's biased, and believe me, they are biased. And if you've got a lawyer, he's biased towards that lawyer. And I've sat and listened to their dribble, and they've ruled themselves, contrary to the law, that they aren't biased. Well, it's a maxim of law. A judge cannot sit in judgment of his or her own cause. Now, the reason I brought that up is because the coronation oath of the Queen, which these peanuts called judges and magistrates must take, and anybody, in fact, who exercises authority in this country must take an oath to the crown, the lawful crown, that being God, the monarch being the lawful monarch of this country, Queen Elizabeth II, nobody else, not the bush turkey, the Queen of Australia, none of that. That's all garbage. Get rid of it out of your minds. Now, put all that aside, that's law, whether you like it or not. Tough if you don't, it's there. Now, I've been speaking to Graham Jeffs, and he has a group, and that group is the Aussie Patriots movement. And I ask people to join that, and the reason I do that, Graham is going to put together a letter, and that letter states your full name, whether you're a man or a woman, a living, breathing man or a living, breathing woman, your address, your date of birth, and the oath contained in the Constitution. And how it will be worded is like for me, I, Wayne Kenneth Glue, living, breathing man, my address, my date of birth, do fully and solemnly adhere to the following oath. And I am a subject of Queen Elizabeth II, our lawful monarch. I urge everybody to look at what I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. I understand you want to stand up and tell these people they're wrong, tell the police they're wrong, but don't try doing it from your car where you can't defend yourself, because they're going to smash your windows. That fat fool that came on and said, we'll smash your windows and we'll get in your car and we'll do this. What an absolute angry, fat little stupid man, fueled by sugar from his donuts or whatever else he eats. But at the end of the day, he's wrong. He's committing a criminal act. He needs a warrant to enter your car. He can say he doesn't, but he does. That's the real law. He should be sacked. He should have been sacked for his stupid comments about handcuffing a pregnant woman. That is a foolish thing to say and stupid. Inhuman. Now, getting back to the system. If you get a copy of this letter, you fill it out and you sign it, it declares you're no longer a gender-neutral person under the Corporations Act. You don't have to say it. You're declaring you're a living, breathing man or woman. You're not 10 feet under the water under the Sunken Lands Act that Whitlam put in and all the other stupid garbage laws that they have. You then are in common law under our Constitution. Our Constitution stands supreme to their garbage. Their green Constitution is not the same as ours. It's a piece of crap. Should be thrown in the bin. I keep it for reference because people say, this section's the same. No, it's not. I've been right through both of them. And I cross-reference them and no, the green one is absolute nonsense. It's not the same. The wording's not the same. Anyone who says it is cross-eyed or stupid. They're reading the green one and the other eye's looking at the red one. The red one is just the colour of the cover. The red one complies with the letters patent issued in the 29th of October 1900 by Queen Victoria and the Gazette. I have them. It doesn't have the annotations. Those annotations are the Hansard of the Australasian Council, how it was all put together. People who lie and say, oh, I can write annotations, yeah, so can the fairies. We're not interested in you and the fairies. We're interested in the people, their opinions, their interpretation, and they are the people who wrote it. That's what we're interested in. Our law, our supreme law, and that's how it stands. So, in saying what I've said so far, there is no animosity between me and Rod Culleton. Graham Jeffs and I and a huge amount of other people, they are behind the lawful rebellion which I filed. There is another one in place, lawful rebellion. You'll see it on Facebook. Get behind that as well. It's lawful. And back up the Aussie Patriots movement. We are patriots of Australia. And it doesn't matter whether you're black, white or brindle, we're fighting for you, each and every one of you, the lot of you. Black lives matter, so do white, so do yellow, so do any other colour. We all matter. We all stand before our God as living human beings, each with all the rights granted by the common law, the King James Bible. If you don't believe that, that's tough. You think it's religious? It is, but it's also law. Follow our law. Follow Magna Carta. Everything that it's got, they are your rights. Stand up against the criminals that call themselves the government when they are only a parliament, both at federal and state level. That's all they are. They're nothing else except a pack of lying, thieving traitors. Now, thank you. Just look up Graham Jeffs, look up the Aussie Patriots, get behind it, join up, it's no fees. Just file your names there so they know who you are, and as a large group of people being the Commonwealth, we can trample the garbage and kick it out into the sewer where it belongs. And that's every current sitting politician who belongs to companies is a tainted of treason, because I'm going to make this statement. If you go into the Parliament belonging to a political party and more than 500 people, and there's no exceptions, you are a traitor. You are now, from this second on, I am a Commonwealth Public Officer, a lawfully sworn officer of the Crown, and I am stating you are traitors. If you go into that Parliament, you go into the Parliament as traitors. Deregister your political parties, get out of them, and then you can lawfully stand. You cannot lawfully stand in a political party. Anyone who says you can is a liar. They've used Section 44 to get rid of people out of Parliament. They use that unlawfully because they're idiots and they wanted to get rid of key people. But they didn't get rid of the ones who were actually dual citizens unlawfully. There's a difference. You cannot, if you come from England to Australia, you're not a dual citizen. You come from New Zealand to Australia, you're not a dual citizen. Canada to Australia, anywhere in the British Empire to Australia, you're not a dual citizen. You're not a citizen. You emigrated. You didn't immigrate. Wake up. Read the law. Understand it. And that's the end of it. Thank you.